Okay, everybody, check this out. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to run some of the magnetic black sands that I have here. So what I do for this process is I'm going to want to put a little bit of my flux in here, and then on top of that I'm going to put the magnetic sand and then a little bit more flux on top of that. So let me do that real quick. Hold on. So right there I've got a little bit of the flux in there right now, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to get my black sand in there, and all I'm going to do for that, I'm just going to scoop some out of my bag with my dish. Actually, it's just my weighing boat. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to pour it directly in on top of that flux. There's other impurities in there also, but you want to stay not all the way to the top of it because you don't want to have any overflow. Take a little bit more of your flux. You're going to put that right on top of that. Just about like that. Okay, now that's ready to go in the kiln. Give it a little shake to level it out. Make sure you don't have anything on top, not too important. Put it in your kiln like that. Now, I use these spacers on mine because it makes it easier to get your crucible out. Put it together in the normal form, just stack it. And what you do is you just turn on your gas, if you can get it turned on. Right, so there's that one. Turn on this one. Right, then it's easy to light. If I can get my lighter lit. Boom. Both of them should be lit at this moment. You can take your ring off and check. Looks like only one here. Oh, there we go. It's on now. And you might want to give a little slight adjustment to your tanks so that they do wrap around exactly the way you want them to, which is pretty easily done. It looks about like that. You want to put your ring back on. Now check this out in another 10-15 minutes, but periodically while it's doing the heating, you're going to want to get in there with, I'm just using a metal poker. It used to be a coat hanger. Stir it around a little bit just to make sure everything's moved around where it's supposed to be, and then it'll just turn into a gelatinous blob for you. So I'll show you that here in just a minute. Alright, so this is what it's looking like right now. It's close to about halfway done here. It's got a little bit while to go. It's fluxing and starting to do their job, melting into little puddles and absorbing all their impurities out of the black sand. Eventually the whole thing will turn into a molten mess. This is a different flux than I used before also. This one's just pretty much a clean flux for working with magnetics and other stuff. So I'll be back here in a couple more minutes to show you how far along this has gotten. But we're getting close. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys that I got it out and squelched down, and it is still magnetic to show you. Picking them all up. Well, probably should have done that with that there. But mix them all up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in my pestle mortar and we're going to crush them down. And then I'm going to pan that and see what I get out of that. Hopefully there'll be something worth panning out of this. But there's no guarantees. So I'm just going to tap it around like this. Keep tapping until you've got it, worked down to where you can just start rolling it around. Give it a nice fine grind. And then you put that back into your pan and you pan it out. And that'll tell you what you have in your magnetic sand. If you use MAP gas, you can achieve a temp high enough to melt this, but propane just doesn't always work for a lot of reasons. Mainly the temp that it gets doesn't get high enough. But alright, so let's go rinse this out real quick and see what is there. I'll be right back here in a second. Alright, so I got all the panning done. Or, well, not panning, the crushing it up. I want to show you what I got out of here. You see those two little balls? Not too sure what they are yet. They could be gold, silver, lead mix or something of that sort. And then here's all the excess material. See if that's magnetic at all. Looks like it still is. Are these? Those are both magnetic. So those could be iron balls. Not too sure. Have to have them assayed to find out exactly what those are. But I'm not finding anything that looks like raw gold in it. But there's definitely something. So that's these two BBs that were smelted out of that black sand. So there you go for that. And I got some other things to do. Just showing you how the kiln works. And rock on, everybody have fun.